Hey, what's up, partner? In this quick video, I'm going to talk to you about how to grow your business without doing everything manually so you can generate revenue consistently and feel calm and in control. So, hey, I'm Jay Jackson. I am the founder of the Leverage Alliance, and I help agency owners and service professionals generate revenue through repeatable systems. I have built a system that took me from 18-hour days just to 5 hours per day within my agency. And I installed the same system into my clients' businesses so that they can take back time while earning consistent 10K plus months. So if you want to grow without living on your phone or in your inbox, subscribe to the channel. All right, let's dive right into it. So there's a belief that locks you into manual work, right? And so most agency owners and service professionals believe like automations are something that you can set up later once your business gets bigger or even more stable. And I totally get it, right? Like I wasn't always a fan of automations. I just felt like, hey, I'm talented. I've got enough skill. I've got the willpower, to do things every single day, all day. And then I realized, like, to me, that really doesn't make sense. Doing things by hand actually can feel faster. And even some folks might think that automations take away the personalization of the experience that you give to your leads, potential clients, and even your current clients. But I'm here to say to you, you can actually keep it personal, right? And there's just some things, whether it's utilizing their name, utilizing gifts, utilizing photos, utilizing the human element and telling your story within your automations. That is what allows you to be able to stay personal with your people. But here's what most business owners never question, that this belief actually slowly turns you into the choke point inside your business. And here's the problem with that belief. So number one, it makes all work depend on you. So I just gave you a real world example where if if I went to an event and someone said that they were interested in what I did, or if I posted something on social media and someone said that they wanted to learn more, it required my manual effort to respond to that DM. It required me to come home and type up an email to send to the person that I just met at the event. All of that is manual. That takes time, that takes energy. If you're not feeling well, meaning like say you came down with the flu or some kind of virus, when you have automations in place, the automations continue to do the work. They continue to send emails. It continues to send text messages. And if you incorporate AI into your automations, if someone responds to that email or to that text message, guess what? AI can then respond on your behalf. Now you don't have to utilize your energy or manual labor, and it does not depend on you. Your job is to move from being self-employed or an employee to actually being a business owner. And then ultimately, we want to get you to become an investor. But as a business owner has systems, processes, and a team that actually operate the business without you doing the work. And part of those systems and processes is your automations. Number two, it leads to missed follow-up and lost deals. You're leaving money on the table. Like your fortune is in your follow-up. And so the more you can follow up, and you want to follow up with people until they either buy or die, right? Those are the two options. And so when you don't have automations built into your business, it's more difficult for you. It's a lot harder for you to follow up with leads. When you don't have automations built into your business, imagine the deals you're leaving on the table. It could be 5 figures per month. It could even be a 6-figure per month deal that you're leaving on the table because you don't have automations built into your business that allow you to engage with your prospects super fast. Like automations allow you to communicate with your prospects and with current clients while you're asleep, while you're on vacation, while you're at dinner with your family, while you're at your kids or your grandkids or your nieces or nephews, extracurricular activities, whatever it is, vacation, whatever it is that you love to do, the things that matter most. It could be supporting your church or your favorite charity. Automations are working 24/7, 365. They allow you to stay top of mind, generate leads 24/7, and get sales even while you're out doing all the things that you love to do. Number three, the belief that you can get to automations later or set them up whenever your business is bigger and more stable. Number three, it caps growth at your own time and your own energy. Look, the number one thing that I believe we were put on this planet to do as human beings is grow, become our greatest versions. So everything that you do every single day should be geared towards how can I become a better person, a better husband or father, a better wife or mother, better sister, cousin, friend, right? A better leader for my team, a better leader for my community, whatever it might be. And so if something's capping your growth, it's preventing you from becoming your greatest version. And not having automation caps your growth because you're not able to, say, for example, you're not able to read, you're not able to go to the gym, you're not able to get proper rest. There are a lot of things that you're not able to do that allow you to grow because you're still manually doing a whole lot of work when you could have automations in place and allow the automations to do the work. So this leads to stalled revenue and feeling strained and overwhelmed, right? You can be overwhelmed, you'll be worn out, overworked, underpaid. The automations allow you to generate more money with less energy, less time. When you have more energy and more time, your identity and your reputation as a leader within your industry go to a whole nother level. And so you don't want to waste your time, your identity, your money, your energy, or your reputation, all because you're thinking, hey, I can wait until my business is bigger or more stable to implement AI. If manual work protected the quality, errors wouldn't spike whenever you're tired. But we all know that they do, and that's why automations exist. So the belief of I can wait until I'm bigger or I'm more stable, that is what's keeping you stuck. And I'm here to tell you that there is a different way. So here's the shift, right? That separates owners from workers. The truth is, automation isn't about cutting people. It's about guarding focus and making sure that your results are consistent. The biggest reason why we don't get the results that we want, it's because of the distractions we refuse to say no to, right? And so the more you say no to things that don't move the needle forward, the faster you'll be able to get the results that you want. And so here's the role shift and identity that most business owners avoid. To reach your next level, your job is no longer to do the work. Your job is to build systems that do the work without you. Everything has to be geared towards how can a system, an automation, or someone else do this without me. And the number one thing is the automations. You want to implement automations and AI before hiring somebody. And with the way technology and automations and AI work today, you can have the least amount of overhead because you don't need this huge team, and you can actually earn a lot more money because you don't have to fix a whole lot of problems, or you don't have to worry about things not getting done because the technology, once it's set up, it just runs like a machine. All right, it's like trusting your memory instead of auto pay whenever it comes to paying your bills. Now, I don't know about you, but I'm super busy. I have a lot going on, and I don't want to have to remember, when this bill is due or remember when that bill is due. Now, look, I remember a time where there wasn't enough money in the account, so doing auto pay just was not an option. But when you do have the money, and that's what I'm trying to show you how to do, is implement automation so that you can generate more revenue, so that you can put your bills on auto pay, and it just becomes one of those things where as long as every single month I'm able to generate this amount of revenue, every single month my bills are going to be paid without me having to be involved. My investments are going to be made, money is going to be saved, and now I've got money left over as discretionary income that I can go out and do the things that I love to do. So when you don't have auto pay set up, bills don't get paid. And it's not that you don't care, it's just that you lack repeatable systems. And those repeatable systems are what allow you to stay consistent, and it allows you to generate revenue predictably every single month. I know you would like that. There was a time when I didn't have it, and I loved it, the idea of it. That's why I built this system, and so I understand your pain, and so I want to make sure you don't have to go through the same pain. So I'm going to break down for you real quick how this clicked the hard way, for me. All right, so I ran follow-ups, booking of appointments, and even onboarding new clients. I used to do it all manually, right? And so all of that manual labor, it took my time, it took my energy, and the time that you're spending on doing things manually, meaning like your hands have to be on it, that's less time that you're spending having conversations with your money, right? People have your money, and you want to be having conversations with people. You can have those conversations one-on-one, which I get. I totally understand if that's where you are. But we want to start focusing on how can I have conversations one-to-many, where it's me and 5 other people and I'm doing my presentation, 10 other people, 100 other people, 1,000 other people that I'm doing my presentation to, because that's how you really make an impact. That's how you change lives. But you're not going to be able to do that if you don't have automations in place. Like sometimes I would hear like crickets, right? Because when you're doing everything manually, that means you have to be online whenever a prospect responds to your DM. And if you don't have automations in place and your competition has automations in place, if their automation responds to a DM message, if they send you a DM and turn around and send that person a DM 5 seconds later, and their automation responds within 5 or 10 seconds of that message, they're going to be engaged in a conversation, but you're still asleep. And because you do it all manually, by the time you wake up, they've already gotten the sale. And so here's a perfect example. Literally today, I had a guy that helps people with like webinars and one-to-many presentations. And I came across their ad back in October, which is like 3 months from today. I'm not sure when you're going to watch this video, but I came across their ad. They wanted me to, follow his account. Once I followed his account, he had automations in place of ManyChat. I got a message from ManyChat, and I knew it was an automation, but then I basically said, hey, I don't want to talk to the automation. I want to talk to a human. And so we had an exchange, but he didn't follow up. So then all of a sudden they're now doing a challenge, and now I'm getting these messages. And, he's basically saying, hey, this, we're doing this challenge. Here's how much it costs. I think you should be there, blah, blah, blah. And I say, well, hey, this is what I'm focusing on right now. Then he comes back with something about, hey, if you were going to chop a tree down, would you spend all your time sharpening your axe or trying to chop the tree down? And I respond back and I said, well, did you read anything that I actually put in my previous message? He says, yes. Then he begins to explain to me how I said to him, by following him a few months prior, that I was interested in what he had to offer. I literally forgot about it. I scrolled back to the top of our DM message on IG. I saw that it was back in October, which is about 3 months from the time of me recording this video. And I'm like, dude, that's 3 months ago. I've solved that problem already. Like, you cannot wait 3 months to follow up with a prospect. You're leaving money on the table. That's the power of having automations within your business. All right. So once you have these automations in place, like your results will stop hinging on like things, you remembering things inside of your head. So smart business owners, this is what they live by. If a task happens more than once, it should not rely on your memory. That's not speed. That's not leadership. What leadership does is implement automations so you can get it out of your head and you let the technology do the work for you. If manual work actually scaled, right, businesses would get lighter as they grew. But because manual work doesn't scale and because business becomes heavier as you scale, that's more of a reason for you to have automations in place now so that when things become heavier, you don't have to worry about trying to build the automations while carrying the weight of everything right now. I mentioned this earlier, but it's in my notes again, the human touch. When it comes to automations, there are so many unique and creative things that you can do within your automations that allow the human element to still be involved. And a lot of it comes back to how you make people feel. A lot of it comes down to your stories, the images. You can drop voice notes within your automations, and allowing the automations to do a lot of this heavy lifting with the personalization. That is what makes the user experience a lot better for someone, especially if this is the first time they've ever engaged in with your brand. So like when I set up automated follow-ups, bookings for leads to become clients, onboarding became a lot easier and a lot faster because the automations send you a message, and then if you still haven't booked your call, the automations will continue to send you a message until you book your call. And so that allows us to have a great user experience to ensure that new clients are onboarded properly. All right, and so one of our clients, he actually added a simple automation. And this is what I was telling you about earlier, how he went from silence in the DMs to actually booking calls every single week. We had another client cut manual onboarding, which slashed their errors in half and increased their trust, meaning the automations made sure that new clients got access to whatever was promised to them during the selling process. And so when you don't have those automations, that means someone, yourself or a member of your team, you have to remember to send people access to everything. And if you forget, or if 2 hours go by because something came up or another emergency or another client needed your support, but you forgot to send this client the access that they were expecting to get and what you promised them, then guess what? That's an error or a gap within your process. So any serious business understands, whether it's billing, whether it's notes, whether it's meaning messages, whether it's client delivery, you cannot depend on memory. You have to depend on automations that work even when you're not logged in, even when you're not online. That's because automations remove the choke points and they create what we consider to be stability and steadiness, right? When your clients can see that you have automations and AI in place, it gives them the reassurance, or it gives them peace of mind that you are operating and doing business at a very high level. And so that's what they ultimately want. All right. So most business owners dodge this. If your business slows the moment that you step away, you don't have leverage. You have dependence, you have reliance. And so that's why we have the leverage alliance, so that your business no longer depends on you, so that you can put systems in place that allow you to work less and profit more. So here's what ownership feels like once systems are running, once automations are running for your business. When automations are in place, something quiet shifts, right? Your business keeps moving forward even when you are not online. And that's what real ownership feels like, when you're able to generate money without you being involved. I remember Warren Buffett saying one day that you will basically have to work for money, or you'll be broke forever if you don't figure out how to make money while you sleep. And I'm here to tell you from experience that automations are what allow you to make money while you sleep. So if you want growth without doing everything manually, I highly recommend you click the link down in the description of this video. If you're watching this on YouTube, and get a copy of my book, you can get it for free. You just cover the shipping. But if you know that you are ready right now today to install automations into your business, it's time for you to book a call, right? So if you're on YouTube, that link is down in the description. But if you're watching this on a landing page, then there's going to be a button right below this video. Click that button, schedule your Catalyst system strategy call, so that we can help you start to build out the automations in real time. right? We will literally walk you through the process step by step. There's no obligation. The call is free. And if you feel like we're not a good fit, I'll make recommendations on who you might be a good fit for you to work with. Whatever strategy we give you, whatever gifts or bonuses that we provide to you, they are yours to keep. So you can leave the call without worrying about whether or not we're going to pressure you or be salesy or pushy or anything like that. I don't want to push you. I don't want to be salesy, and I definitely don't want to manipulate you to come and work with me. I only want to work with people who are a good fit and people who are going to put in the work. So if that's you, click the button, click the link, schedule your call, and we look forward to serving you. I'll talk to you soon. Peace.